Hi everyone, Aldbar here, and welcome to this Let's Play. Well, in this episode we're going to be discussing Lesser Reincarnation. So what is Lesser Reincarnation? When you build your character, as you level up, so you'll be able to spend your stat points on different abilities. You're going to be able to spend skill points, be able to take different feats, select certain spells. Of course, you could take enhancements and destiny points, but that's something you do individually. You come later and spend them. Okay. Now, there's certain parts of this that you can't just simply go into here, hit reset, and change for platinum. Some things, if you want to change, you'll have to go back to a special NPC who will allow you to rebuild your character starting from level 1, but with all the XP you've already gained. So I'm level 22 on XP. I'll be able to go back to the NPC, spend this thing called a Heart of Wood. This is a lesser Heart of Wood. And this will effectively allow me to basically go through the process of building my character over and hopefully rectify any mistakes I've made in the process. Now, why do I have this heart? Well, any new character that you build will get one of these for free. This is the one that I got for free when building this character. Keep in mind that it is very common to make mistakes, and in a nutshell, never do a reincarnation when you're tired, or you're hungry, or when you're stressed. And if you're asking me, so if you know all of this, how come did I make a mistake? Well, for me, the mistake was that I hit record and then realized I needed to do an epic reincarnation, and I didn't prepare enough. I should have stopped, done my half an hour of research, and then started over the recording, but I didn't have time for that. And yeah, so here we are. You get to see a lesser reincarnation. So yeah, you can buy this also from the DDO store and get it from a few other sources, but yeah, it's a very rare drop in the chest. Well, we're going to head over to the Reincarnation Grove that is located inside of the Hall of Heroes. Here we go. There's the Reincarnation Grove. There's an epic trainer right next to it. But we're here for the Reincarnation Grove. Now, there's certain effects that I want to talk about. This is really important, specifically in my case. So, look. You have, let's say, the one that's relevant to us is Inherent Strength. I've got this. You can get this feat. This is a +1 that's a bonus to your strength. You see this over here, Inherent Strength, acquired 8 times. What does that mean? That means I have a Strength tome +8. And basically, it stacks up 8 times. Why does it say it stack up? Because you don't get, when you take the tome, you don't get automatically all of this power at level 1. At level 1, that means once I've leveled up to level 1, I'll have a +2. Once I've leveled up to level 3, I have a +3. You can see all the numbers at the bottom when you hover over it. I'll be a +4 once I'm level 7. That means while you're leveling, if you're going between 6 and 7, so as you are in the middle of the process of leveling, you're not level 7 yet. You don't have that +4. Only after you've finished leveling up and actually taking level 7 will you now have that bonus of +4. So when I hit the Reincarnation Grove and I go back to the NPC who reincarnates me, when I start off, I'm going to have 0 tomes. Only once I finished at least level 1 will I have a +2, etc. Okay, so there's certain bonuses, certain requirements that you need to achieve. Let's say, two-handed fighting. Okay, you need to have 15 strength. But I'll only have 15 strength once I get to a certain level. And if I need to take a feat, and any level before that, I won't have the requirements, I won't be able to take it. So this is where you have to be very careful with your calculations to make sure that by the level you need to take a specific feat, you already have the required amount of that stat from your tomes, or by spending the skill points the stat points in the first place. So this is where I messed up. Another thing is, let's say my domain. There's a chain of feats, okay? I get this one at level 9 Cleric, and this one I get level 5 Cleric, and this one I take a level 2 Cleric. I can change this feat. The problem is it also makes the two feats after it also change. Thing is, You can only change one feat at a time when you go to the feat changer, Fred in House Teresco, and he won't allow me to change this one because, well, there's another one who's dependent on it and who's not okay. So certain times when you have a chain of feats who are dependent on each other, the only way to fix it is to do a lesser reincarnation. I did an epic reincarnation, like episode 62 maybe, where I went from level 30 to 20, and in the process I can do this, and that's where I messed this up. So here we go, let's fix it. Talk to the life shaper. Yes, I'd like to do a reincarnation process. So we're going for lesser reincarnation. Okay. Now he tells me, he gives me the warnings, and over here I need to insert the heart of wood. So I take this heart of wood, this item, drop it over here. Now we can move on. Tells me what it's going to do. It's going to allow it to respec my character, upgrade to 32. By the way, if you need to take a level by any chance, you should always take the level before you do any kind of reincarnation. Okay, it can mess things up. And next. It's going to warn me that I can't do this for 3 days, and this is kind of irreversible, so there we go. You have to type in your name. This is a way of confirming that you actually mean this. And you hit confirm, reincarnate. I am now flagged for reincarnation. And now I, well, log out. To wait for it to log out. Okay, once I'm in the reincarnation screen, I'm going to be able to build my character once again. That includes the whole physical look and the appearance. So if you want your character to look the same, this is your last chance to take a good look at your character and like see how you built it. I'm probably going to build basically the same thing. This is kind of like Byron that you get from the level 1 character, and I tried to make the skin color to be basically the same color as this specific docent who's got this cracked red look. Well, maybe I'll make it a bit darker, basically so that these parts look like the same color as this. So, or I can make this part look like the pink on the shoulders, because this is all part of the docent. So depends which part I want it to make look like. So maybe I'll make it a bit darker. So a darkish brown. Then we can decide what color of eyes we want, etc. Also, we can decide if you want to see through it or not. Maybe we'll try to do it without the see-through. See how it looks. Okay. Now, if you have a character who's gotten many past lives, you should always wait. I don't know, wait 5 minutes. Fully recall out, start the game over again. This is the first life character, by the way, so I don't really have that many past lives. I don't have that much gear and items, so I shouldn't be worried too much about things going wrong, but be warned, sometimes it takes time to update. And, well, it's going to force you to update. Sometimes waiting is better, so there we go. You have to type in your name again and confirm. Here we are, we're back on the reincarnation screen. So, we're going to go through the same process. I was a specialist last time, and I took an Artificer, and this was a custom. Okay, so now, first things first, make sure we need 12 strength. We'll need 13 dexterity. This is for specific skill requirements. Constitution, I like having 16. And let's see if we can max out this. Yes, we can max out the intelligence. This is my main stat. Constitution, he starts off with a good base, so 16 is good. I can either do one more dex, or probably I should add one more wisdom. I am a caster. The thing is, I have a +8 tome, so I should be able to cast high enough spells, and specifically with other things, so I'm not really that worried about this. So, but we can add 1 point into wisdom. Fine, we've got 7 wisdom. This is enough strength, enough dexterity, constitution. Yeah, I did all the calculations this time. Usually you wouldn't max out intelligence, but whatever. This is my main stat. Here we go. Next. Okay, so once again, you get to check all your skills. This is a chance you have. Anything that says NA means not available until you spend points in it. So, like this thing, Haggle, I got a -2, but if I put a item that gives me plus to haggle, or if I build up my charisma, I'll be able to use this skill. The open lock, though, still says unavailable. So unless I spend actually a point in here, this number doesn't mean anything. You have to actually spend points in it. Now there's skill. See all of these? They're just regular skills. And then there's cross skill abilities. Cross skills are the ones with the, like this little dot. If I want to spend in here, so rather than spending 1 point, it'll only give me a half a rank. Now, if my build has, let's say, 3 different classes, like in this case, so if I have a specific skill that I am efficient with on one of the classes, so at every level I'll be able to level up 1 whole rank. Okay? But when I'm trying to level it up on an off class, I don't know if I'm taking my monk levels and I'm trying to up my haggle, I'll have to spend 2 ranks to get 1 point. We'll see more of this later. Fine, for right now we're going to take all the ones that are specific to non-availables. You don't really need perform right now. But let's start with the ones we need to first have. So disable device, open lock, search, spot. We've got tumble. I always like to put a point into perform. So now this thing actually works if I ever want to use it. Okay. Repair is good for my healing. And where's spellcraft? Spellcraft. If I ever want to use spells, it'll be nice to have some more spell power. My jump is terrible, but I can use spells to overcome that. Okay, so here we start. And we need insightful reflexes. This means that rather than using my dexterity for reflex saves, I'll be using intelligence for reflex saves, and since my intelligence is my main stat, and I'll have evasion, this is actually kind of effective. Okay. I can select more spells. This basically just adds more spells to my spell book that I can select from. Okay. This is basically it's just showing me an overall view of all the stuff I have already. Nice. And okay, now it comes to coloring the character. So this is your chance to redo this, rectify this. There's the light version and there's the dark version. We'll see. The cranium. Okay, so I think this is the one we used last time. Let's see, let's get the mouth. The mouth was the one with the lines. Yep, this one. And the top was the one that matches up with it. So this one. Okay, let's get the eyes. Yep, I think this is the one I had. And facial detail, that's the head part over here. I can get rid of it completely if I want. I like this one. Okay. We're not sure about the base color yet. Let's change the color. So we wanted a darker brown. No, not this kind of brown. It's more of a reddish. This is a little bit too red. A lighter red. A pale red. Pinkish. Yeah, the dark ones look. And those are very dark browns. I think I'm going to go with the lighter base color and just make sure that the outside kind of aligns with it. A lighter pink. Let's go for the darker one. Either that or the other brown. This is probably closer to the other color. I like this. Okay. One thing you'll notice is you cannot change your alignment. You don't have to like that, it'll lock this, but if you don't lock it, if you hit randomize, we'll change everything was not locked. So the thing about this is you cannot change your alignment during this process. You can change your alignment through a different process by buying a alignment change in the DDO store, but whatever. Okay, and we hit create. Okay, and this is our new version of the character. Perhaps the final one, we'll see. Probably not, if I know myself. Okay, and this part right now, again, you need to wait because what happens is the game is repopulating all of your data in the background. And when you log in, it's going to go, wait a second, and then try to catch up. So you give it a minute to catch up before. Sometimes if you log in, you'll be missing things, feats, items, or whatever it is. Usually, if you just log out and wait, it will all catch up. So this is why I'm just stalling. But again, since this is a first life character, I don't have a million past lives. I don't have crazy items. I shouldn't have to worry so much about it. So yeah, I think we're good. Fine. And enter. We're going to be dropped into a place, which is the Rift Between Worlds, or whatever it's called. The Bridge Between. Okay, now this bridge there's a Life Shaper over here. And we're going to go over to Life Shaper, and she's going to allow us to level up. Now, I'm waiting here because, well, I haven't gotten my XP yet, and I have to wait for it all to populate. Wait. You notice I'm moving very, very slow. That's because I'm still got a piece of item on me that's a level 20 item, so let's take this off. Okay, now we can move. And let's talk then. So, there's a little bit of a dialogue over here. And basically, I'm just going to repeat on whatever I took before. If you do a Lesser Reincarnation with the options to change, so there'll be, before every level, an option, do you want to change one of your classes? And you can do that, so let's go. Yes, I cannot change any of this. I'm just going to keep on taking the top one. Yes, and I want to take a standard Cleric. You can change between your archetypes at this point. So, Cleric. Cleric doesn't have any of the skills that I need for this particular build. So it's always going to be starting off with Disable Device, then Search, and then we go to not Spot, Open Lock. The reason I'm going to go to Spot later is because Spot I can catch up on my monk levels. So Open Lock, and then where's Spot? Spot. Okay, the follower. Well, in this particular case, because I'm using a great sword, I want to be a follower of the great sword, so I can use favored abilities with this. Yeah, I'm granted all of the cleric spells. This is just a repeat of all the things I got. Next. And yes, so I'm always going to take, top one, monk. And this is a standard monk. I'm not going to change archetypes. Okay, so monk, I max out Spot, which I can, of course. The other thing that monk can do is get tumble. So I'm going to, after I do my Disable Device, I'm going to max out tumble. I've got anything left, so then we go into search. Okay, what do I need now? Start with, so there's a class feat and then there's a regular feat. For class feat, this is one of the tricky things. When you do monk abilities, you have to be very, very, very careful that you don't lock yourself out in some kind of weird way by taking a feat you didn't need. Because let's say you're gonna end up with an extra monk feat with a list of feats you don't need, and that's a problem. So I need dodge and I need mobility, so we can take both of these. I can also take two-handed fighting already now. I'm gonna take dodge and mobility. Okay, next one. And we're gonna increase our intelligence even more. Okay, so this is got 8 points. This is a monk. No, this is a cleric life. So we start off with disable device as always. Then we go to search. And then we're going to go to open lock. Cleric feats. So I've been going back and forth on which domain. I think I'm going to settle for Domain of Animals because ultimately it's going to give me a bunch of hit points and reflex saves and fortification bypass. So I need all the things and I'm going to use them all the time. So okay, next level. This one's going to be an Artificer. So there's a good chance to pick up on any Artificer specific skills. So the only place I can get Artificer, like the only one who has repair, the only one of the 3 classes who actually takes repair is Artificer. So this is my chance to like max out my repair. I can also max out my use magical device if I need to, and my spellcraft. And spellcraft. Can take one more spell, but I already took all the Artificer spells. I've learned all of them. Okay, let's see, what do we have next? Now it's a Cleric. Well, Clerics don't have a lot of options. We always start with disable device. That's by far the most important. And then search. You see, I can take full ranks, but since Cleric is not... it's not the class skill, I'll have to spend 2 points per rank, but I can take it. Okay. So Cleric, this time, I'm going to take Quicken. This is my Cleric spell. Well, yeah, I've got all the spells so far. Next. This one is a Monk. Well, Monk, first thing we do is we max out Spot, since Spot is a class feat for Monk. And then I guess we can max out Tumble. And truth is, I probably can put up a few points into Jump. I can afford a few points in Jump. Okay. Now what do we take? So we're going to take Wool Run Spring Attack, sorry. Spring Attack. And next. Cleric. We're going to increase the intelligence even more. As my intelligence goes up as I'm leveling, I'm getting more skill points as I'm leveling. So taking a tome early means that as you level, you get even more skill points. Next. So now before I had 8, now I've got 9 points per level. So once again, max out your disable device. I'm going to put, where is it? Search. And yeah, which one was it? Spot. No. One of these had a half a point in it. Yeah, Spot had a half a rank. I don't like this. No. Yeah, it is Spot. I don't know what's wrong. Fine. Spellcraft is a Cleric skill, so let's take it. Okay, Artificer. This is our big chance to fix up anything that needs to be fixed. So, disable device, 1. Repair, not that many. Use magical device is the only place where you get it. Yeah, and open lock. What is my Artificer class now? Artificer is going to be Whirlwind Attack. Close to the bottom. Where is it? Go, Whirlwind Attack. This allows me to attack in a 360 cleave. Can pick one more spell. This is going to be another spell that I can learn from this level. Pure Admixture, fine. Okay, what's my next level? My next level is Cleric once again. So Cleric. So after I do disable device as always. And I can max out my spellcraft. Next. Yeah, this is going to allow me to have a whole bunch of extra hit points, so that's cool. And now I just see all the lists of all the spells I've got. Fine, great. Can't use all those spells at all times. I still have to select which spells I'm going to put on my shortcut bars. Okay. Monk. So what do we have for Monk? Monk, well, we max out Spot. And I guess we can max out Tumble. And then Jump. And we're going to take a Harmonious Balance because we're going for Light Monk, if we ever use it. Next. Cleric. Oh, even more intelligence. Spellcraft's getting pretty maxed out. And Disable Device. Go back to the standard search. Okay, what do I have for Cleric now? Finally gonna take two-handed fighting and the class feat. Class feat is specifically upgrading my not domain, but my follower. Or is it follower? Yeah, I can actually pick this instead. Yeah, we'll take this. But where is it? Finally, two-handed fighting. Here we go. And perfect. Next. Now we are Artificer once again. Let's try to fix up. Max out our search. And Spot we'll do later. Disable Device. Open Lock. And use Magical Device. Nice. Probably should do some more repair, but whatever. Class feat. What are we up to now? Improved critical slashing. Improved critical slashing, yeah. So this is an Artificer specific feat. He doesn't have all the improved criticals. I can learn another spell. Basically, this is adding this to my spell book that I can then pick from. What spell will they ever want to use over here? Protection from energy? Not really, because it doesn't really spell properly. Scale properly. Okay, next. So what level are we? We're level 13. And we've got another level of Cleric. I guess we can max out our Spellcraft. Once again. And Disable Device. Search. And Open Lock. Once again, Spot. I do that one last because Monk can do this one also. So it'll be more efficient if he does it. Like Spot and Tumble, Monk can do. But Repair, no one can do, so I guess we can put it to Repair. There's all my Cleric spells, and we're done. Next. Now we've got Monk. So here's my opportunity. First of all, Spot. Max out your Spot. Then you can max out your Tumble. These are all like class specific feats. And Jump. There we go. There's a Monk feat once again. And improved two-handed fight. No, this is not. This is a regular feat. Okay, fine. Would be Monk specific. I'll be in trouble. Okay, Cleric. And even more intelligence. Now I've got 11 points over here. So let's see. Spellcraft as always. And I guess, yeah. Disable Device. Where's Search? Very important. Search. And one more point in Repair. As I get close to the cap, I'm going to make sure that all of the numbers are rounded off. So Artificer, let's make sure I've got all my main skills rounded off. So Search, maxed out. Spot, maxed out. Open Lock, maxed out. So spot, search, open lock. I can max out repair now. And another spell. I don't know, Lucky Cape. I'm not going to use half these spells. You know what? Repair moderate damage. Whatever. And I am level 17. Okay, so that was my last Artificer level. So no last catching up. This is Cleric. So now we have to be very careful. We always leave everything maxed out. So max disable device. Max open lock. The max search. I'm gonna add 1/2 a point to get this to be round, so spot, even though I'll be able to catch up later. Spot. Anything else is a 1/2 a point. Nothing else is a 1/2 a point. Got 4 more points, so a jump will be from, I can do that with a monk. Spellcraft. And repair. There we go. So greater domain, this is my final upgrade, 15% fortification bypass. And now greater two-handed fighting, perfect. All of my cleric spells. And now two more monk levels. First of all, monk. So my spot, max this one out. Well, disable device, open lock. Search. Search. And I guess we can max out our jump now. Final monk level. 1 more intelligence point. There we go. Now I've got 14 points now. So, disable device. This is 23. This is the maximum ranks you can get in any specific skill. So there you go. Open lock. Maxed out. Search, maxed out. Spot, maxed out. And, well, I guess we max out tumble. And the last ones we can put into, or jump. There we go. Class feat. This one's going to be precision. So this is like where you can get stuck. If you have to suddenly take only class feats, so like, what am I going to take now? So I need precision. But I could be stuck with a whole bunch of other feats that, like, I don't need any of this. But yeah, this is like one of those places where you want to be careful not to get into trouble. Truth is, toughness is a monk feat, and I actually need toughness. So I think I'm going to actually take toughness. And I'll take precision later. Because if I take toughness early, it will allow me to take improved toughness earlier. And I'm taking that also. Okay, level 20. Now I'm going to talk to her. And once again, I'm going to get all of my XP that I had until level 22. So level 21. This one is usually Eerie Aim, which is a no-brainer if you're trying to do any kind of attack. And the next one's going to be Improved Two-Handed Fighting. Perfect two-handed fighting, or whatever. And there you go. Now, once you've done all this, you can ask you, do you want to spend your action points? And I'm like, nah, goodbye. Well, I'll do this out of here. Well, let's get out of here. Okay, so we've completed the Lesser Reincarnation process, but we've still got a big mess. So let's fix this. So I've got a UI set up that I've saved, and I'm going to recall it now. So / UI lay out load, and now the name of whatever I called it. So if I would like to save this, I would write / UI layout load, and then I would say, in this case I wrote Warjack 5, and then I would hit enter. It would save it for me, and if I want to recall it, I'll do the exact same thing, but / UI layout load rather than save, and then recall the same name. And there it goes. It automatically just moves everything back to position. Well, that's stage 1 complete. Stage 2, we can start getting our items back on. Yeah. They fixed it. There used to be a bug where if you had a pet and he had items, you reincarnated, the pet would like, you would lose the items. But thankfully, you lesser reincarnate, that doesn't happen. Not the one I want. I want this one. Okay, so I've got all of my set bonuses back up. Very important. I made a screen capture of how my setup looked before I started, so that I could go and then drag everything back onto the shortcut bars, so I don't have to sit here for a whole bunch of time and like wait to try to figure out how I had it set up before. I can do it, but here's just the basics. Main menu, character sheet, enhancements. This is my preferred setup, Epic Destinies. And then Reaver points. Then it usually goes plus journals after the whatever it is, Adventure Compendium. And from the other side, start with the DDO store. Shard exchange, wherever it is. And finally, social. This is the least used one over here, so. Let's see. How many Reaper points do I have? 0. See, Epic Destinies. Gotta reset this up. This one's gonna be Fury of the Wild. This one's gonna be Shadow Dancer, probably. And this one, where is it? Unyielding Sentinel. Enhancements. Yeah, basically I get to re-spend all of my points. Wondering if anybody's going to want to watch it. Not Divine Disciple, I meant, where is it? Where's War Priest? War Priest gets a bad rap, but I like it. Functions just fine. No, I don't need Divine Might because I'm not going to be using this. I can either get extra spot for traps. Spot and search is actually very important for this build. PRR is important for this build. Doesn't give me any intelligence, so who needs it? This is a nice defensive ability. Extra. This we need this. Double strike. Double strike. Spent too much points over here. Sorry. Fastest way to reset it if you didn't save it yet is just to close it and open it. Go. PRR, this. There we go. This. Heavy armor, yeah, 20% competence bonus. Divine Intervention. I think I take my... I can't remember anymore. AoE ranged. AoE melee. I remember if I get my hit points from someplace else. Take this for now because I can't remember. See, what else do I need? The Stani Knife Fighter. This will give me a haste boost. Harper Agent. This will give me a trance. Intelligence for attack. More intelligence. Intelligence to damage. One more balance. What else do I need from all of this? Radiant Servant. No, I don't need this. Battle Engineer. Oh, disable device and open locks for my skills. Efficiency of your rune arms. Give me a +1 to my equipped item. I wanted to get the reconstruct from here. Whatever. This one is a cleave attack. Yes, I use this a lot. Don't use this. I use this. I use this. I use to give up on something over here. Yeah, give up on the points in here. First of all, make sure we got what we need from here. How much I spent in reconstruct? They've got this. I don't have to have also the Vistani attack and also this. I have all of these. I can give up on this cleave attack. This will only give me 1 point. I need 2 points for this. What am I going to give up on? 20% competence bonus to my hit points? Nah. Divine Intervention. Give up on Divine Intervention for now. Reduce depend. No, take this. So we've got all of that set up. We can always change it later. That's the thing. This is easy. You just hit the reset button and you'll be able to respend it, so it's not a big deal. I don't need all of this. I only took this because I was using this. Let's take Dreadnought. I have a good stance for once. Take this and this. Yeah, a bunch of extra action boost, that's good. More attack, take renewal if I need to heal anything. This I'm gonna take later. Yeah, and there you go. So you have to start setting up all of your shortcuts on your shortcut bar, dragging them over, turning everything on, etc. And that you do based on, well, the screen cap you took. So yeah, that's it. Well, so it's going to take me more time to set up. You don't need to watch it. So that was the gist of doing a Lesser Reincarnation. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you found this useful, and hope to see you in my next video. Bye.